My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is a live call-in show. Normally, on a Tuesday night, we would do our full card breakdown, but Jakey boy hasn't had internet for 3 days. He actually just got it back about an hour or two ago, but we weren't going to schedule this live stream when he didn't have internet. So our normal full card breakdown will be on Thursday. In the meantime, if you're desperate for full card breakdowns, mine is on the channel ready to go. I'm here to hang out. You can call into this show, join the stream, ask questions, make comments, do all the things that you would normally do. If you're a premium member, in order to call into this show, the only thing you need to do is go to your account page in premium, click that little red icon that says call in show, or go to the Discord channel, go to premium alerts, and there is a link there. If you're not a premium member, it's so easy to become one. You just go to WeWantPicks.com. You click Become a Member. It's only $10 a month, and it is going to include a whole bunch of things, like the Perfect Pick Contest. If you're a premium member and you click on Account and then Promotions, you can fill out our pick contest. It's every single fight in the card. Just pick who you think is going to win or lose, and if you're right, we send you $100 as a congratulations. You're also going to get the Safety Parlay, which has been crushing. You're also going to get the line movement tracker. We have a whole suite of tools. One of them is a line movement tracker. This is going to give you the opening odds, the current odds, the win probability, and the line movement for every fighter on every card. You're going to get the detailed data, metrics, and analytics. This is up live right now for UFC Vegas 93, 38 columns of information that you can interact with and that you can use. I use for prize picks. You can use it for your bets and anything else you'd like to do. You're also going to get the best DraftKings ownership projections in the game that will be preloaded into the DraftKings Optimizer, which will build lineups for you anywhere from one lineup to 150 lineups. And now we're going to move to the promo, and then we're going to take some calls. Don't forget about the $50 promo. WeWantPicks.com. You click, WeWantPicks.com/bets. You click the links. You make an account. You make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you. We have a ton of them, so I'm grinding through those. If you haven't been paid, you will be paid. And if you haven't signed out or filled out the form, you got to fill out the form so we can verify you and get you paid. Let me hit some comments. I see you in the queue, Christian. I'll get you on this real quick. Let me get through some comments real quick. Somebody says, where's Jacob? Jacob just got internet back about 2 hours ago after not having it for 3 days. So I scheduled this instead of the normal full card live stream because we weren't going to schedule a full card breakdown not knowing if his internet would be back. He literally was sending me updates throughout the day. Here, let me show you. Updates throughout the day of like, here's the truck working on the line. Here's another AT&T truck. Here's the guy looking confused as shit at the junction box. So we didn't know what his internet situation was going to be. So we scheduled this. Full card breakdown will be on Thursday. Like I said, in the meantime, I've got my full card breakdown up and running. And, frankly, been crushing it. Christian, welcome to the show. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, Angelo. How are you, sir?
I'm all right, man. What are we testing paint colors in the back? What the hell's going on there?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I've got a few I've got a few colors over here too. I was testing out, but I think I got it picked out, but yeah, I know it looks a little bad back there. I'm trying to
No, it looks fine. It was just clear that you were testing stuff out. What are you going with? That slate gray?
No, so that's actually a purple. It's hard to tell, but I'm going to do like a green color that's not up there actually, funnily enough. But I think I'm going to do a color drenching. So all the walls, the ceiling, the trim, the baseboards, the doors, we're going to make it all one color. So
I saw something on TikTok where it was a white hallway, and then at the end of the hallway was like a door, and they painted the ceiling purple and then the door and all the trim purple. It was almost like it led you into that door. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's I work in the painting industry, and it's been a pretty popular trend recently in people's offices, especially. And I kind of want to start getting into streaming and need a cool backdrop of some kind. So, anyway, how did you feel about that 30-27 for Puja, huh?
I mean, that was bullshit. I thought it was a bad. I thought it was a bad decision in general. But let's say you thought that those side kicks were really important, and you thought they were like the differentiator in the fight. Fine. Only one time in the third round did it actually do anything somewhat meaningful. Other than that, she was just backing up, going,
on a bicycle.
It's honestly, as dumb as it sounds, the yelling might have been the difference. Because otherwise, I don't know what the difference was. She was backing up, so the cage control didn't matter. She didn't land more strikes, so the volume didn't matter. There was no damage, so the damage didn't matter. There was no grappling. So, like, I don't know how you saw she won other than that one time where the kick pushed Rayanne down for a half of a second.
Yeah, and the weirdest thing, or one of the most important things I think you mentioned it and how to fix judging is the judges should be in a room completely separated from the audience with no sound, so they don't hear the yelling, they don't hear the pops, because a lot of hits can sound loud and sound good, but don't actually do anything. And no oohs and ahs of the crowd. But man, I was like, I had some parlays made. And I had Rayanne and Rayanne, whatever it is, and all of them. Yeah. Like, oh, fuck. Well, my night's over. And it was terrible. But, man, I have a feeling Jacob kind of jinxed Radke with his whole cowboy persona there. That
he was winning that fight and then obviously didn't. But he attacked early.
Do we know the extent of the damage that Radke got on that? Or his ribs, shattered?
I don't know. I didn't see anything online about it, so I'm not sure. But, he was moving forward. He was staying in his face. He was bombing away. He attempted a takedown or two, but then just had success striking, so stuck with the striking, and then things turned, and they turned quickly. So he should have just gone the boring hold against the cage wrestler route is what he should have done.
So here's a question for you. Do you think the Saudi Arabia card next weekend, is that the greatest free event of all time? And I'm looking at it it could easily be a pay-per-view.
We have had free. How long have you been watching MMA?
For probably the last 5-6 years. So not time.
I don't remember the number, but there was a numbered UFC 100% free on Spike TV years ago.
Oh, wow.
So they had some with a title fight and everything. They've had some good ones. It is a good card. The Saudi Arabia is definitely a good card. The main event could be a co-main event on any pay-per-view. That co-main event could be a co-main event on any pay-per-view. But the closer you look, there's 5 or 6 fights with just random names, weird matchups, people you've never heard of. But it's definitely a very, very, very good fight night for sure. Extremely good.
All of these, the last one when it was Islam Volk, the Middle East ones, they always seem like they're very good for money. If you pick one of the guys that names in an Av or Islam or something, it seems like just looking at the matchups, they seem pretty favorable for us.
Even Abu Azaitar, the guy's 40 years old, can't win a fight. They found Dennis Tululin and you know what? We'll get Abu a win at home. We'll get him a win. And they went out. They found a dude that's won one fight in 27 years. And they said, here you go. And he'll get a win. That's what they did with, obviously, Tony Ferguson isn't fighting a local guy. But, they went out. They're dragging people out from the dead and throwing them up there to get their wins.
I don't understand what's going on with Tony. I remember watching live when Michael Chandler took his soul from him. And it's ever since that he's just, I don't know, he needs to retire.
Justin Gaethje broke him. Ever since the Gaethje fight, he's never been the same. Yeah. And even his wife had a restraining order on him for a while, saying that. And I don't know if they end up getting back together, or split. I just know that his wife got a restraining order on him, saying he's dangerous to himself. He's dangerous to us. He's an actual crazy person. And that was all. It was just unraveling for him.
He definitely seems a little unhinged from reality. What was I going to ask? What is up with the underdog lines? They seem like they haven't released all of them today. Aren't they normally out?
They don't. Those come out on Thursdays. Prize Picks comes out on Tuesdays normally, sometimes Mondays. Underdog is Thursdays, and occasionally on Wednesday they'll drop just the significant strikes. But you have to wait till Thursday for the full slate. Underdog is the best daily fantasy prop game out there. The fact that you can do under and over on finishes and stuff makes it's the best product out there. It's the easiest product for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you get on those early lines, they will drop those oh shit, everyone hammered these, so they take them away. Yeah. And even some of the ones with the NBA, I'll mix and match some of the NBA lines with some of the MMA lines that you provide, and it's been turning out pretty well recently. But yeah, man, I love watching you guys. You guys always do for especially I'll plug it for you. The $10 a month, man, it's fantastic. Like no one else can do the great information. Jacob streams are always fantastic to watch. They're always hilarious. Even if I'll tune into the streams if I'm not even home watching the fights just to listen to. He's
yeah. Funny. I find myself doing that. Like if I'm not home, depending on whatever, I will. And if you watch his streams, you'll see the lock of the week. Like whenever that fight is, the views spike.
Yeah.
He'll average like 900, 800 people watching live. And then lock of the week comes and it's like, boom, way over 1,000 for lock of the week. And then, and then some of those people leave because people are out living their life and they just hop on just to see what's this animal going to do right now. But no, I appreciate the plug for sure. Like we're genuinely that $10 premium. I plugged the shit out of it, as you all know, but like it's without question. You could love us, hate us, like without question. It is the greatest value in this space. Even if you remove the bets, which we're not going to do, but let's say they weren't even on there. Every other tool and everything, and that literally was the goal. Like, and people think, here's a rant for you, and you're going to sit there and you're going to listen. So people will do the math, right? They'll say $10 a month, 3,000 subscribers. Oh my God. And like, obviously, like we're doing well, but the stuff on there is not free. I pay for the data. I pay for some of the stuff that goes into that. So you have to invest in your own product. So we spend a lot of money to make it an incredible product. And we're just keeping it at that $10 because it's such like, how the hell could you argue if $10 is a lot of money or not? You can't, especially nowadays.
Hell no.
Yeah. You can't get any combo at any fast food restaurant for under $10. You can't. A Happy Meal might be the only one, and that's for children.
True. Oh, one last thing. So I'm curious of your opinion on buddy of mine I train with, Brian Battle. What are your thoughts on him?
Oh, I love Brian Battle. I think I've picked Brian Battle to win every single fight he's been in, except the Renat one. And even in that one, like that wasn't even close. At no point did he look like he was going to win, but he never stopped moving. He just was constantly trying to get back up. Never settled. Never stayed in that position. So I'm a big Brian Battle guy for sure.
Yeah, he's one of my buddies. I train with him. But I don't know how much is public about that Renat fight, but he had some injuries leading up to there where I
don't think it would have changed a thing.
Yeah.
Renat's taking anybody down that he fights, and that just is what it is. Like,
sure.
And like Renat's fighting on that Saudi Arabia card, and it's Nicholas Dalby. Nicholas Dalby has just beaten not a couple, but he just beat the shit out of a legitimate prospect in Bonfim. So it'll be interesting to see what Renat does to him, because if Renat runs right through him, then it's like, man, he might be the guy.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if you saw, but he just had a match, jiu-jitsu match against Craig Jones.
Who did?
Renat.
Oh, did he? Had that?
Yeah, and Craig, he would not tap, and Craig just put him to sleep.
Oh, really?
I believe it was with a buggy choke. It went on for a little bit because he just refused to tap, but I'm pretty sure Craig put him out with a buggy choke, like just flat to sleep. It was at a Karate Combat.
I did not see that. That's awesome. I mean, he's basically a wrestler. His striking absolutely sucks. I don't know how good his jiu-jitsu is or is not, but in a cage, if you're a phenomenal wrestler with good hips and you keep your elbows in, you're good to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm sure there's other people waiting in line, so thanks for talking to me, Angelo.
No, I appreciate you. Thanks for hopping on.
Don't forget, guys, quitting's for losers, all right? There's no losers in gambling. There's quitters and there's winners. Okay.
I love the gaslighting gambling memes that are like, you're just one parlay away from changing your life.
I just think about the meme with the guy in the diamond pickaxe. Okay. You just always think about that before you're about to stop.
Just one parlay away. So I appreciate you hopping on. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you, Angela.
All right. See ya. We do have a bunch of people in queue. I will get to you in order. Bet Slam is next. Pierre, Dave VR. We had Cheeks was in here. He just dropped, but people are coming and going. I will get to you as you come in. That's just how we're going to do this. And I got to kick you, Christian, just to make room here. Let me hit up some comments first. Let's see. Brian Battle has a tough fight coming up against Morales. Is he fighting? Who's he fighting? Michael Morales? Can we please have the Bulgarian Cowboy in replacement. Who the hell is the Bulgarian cowboy? Who the hell is that? And no, Jacob's not going anywhere. Jacob, this, just like with me, some people love me, some people hate me. This is nothing without Jacob. Jacob literally transformed. Here, we're going to post this and we're going to go on a Jacob rant. Sorry, bet. Jacob legitimately transformed this entire space. This entire space. Jacob was the first person to actually do creative content. Everybody else is just doing Tapology bullshit picks, and then us and Fight Night picks were the only people on the planet doing real graphics and not just Tapology nonsense. Then Jacob took it up another level and started doing the Lock of the Week videos, the edits, the skits. Remember when he was living out of his car doing all of those skits? The lawyer, when Dutch first made his appearance a year ago, all of that shit was just next level, and it showed this entire space that you can be creative and funny and not just like some loser rattling off picks with a Tapology background. He are just trying to copy that. Even that fucking dude Tajik with all the fake Twitter followers, he's got a Lock of the Week now. You know, there was not a single person in any of this space that used the term Lock of the Week the way Jacob used it. Obviously, lock and Lock of the Week is a very common thing. Jacob's the only person that used it for an underdog every single week for 2 years. And now everybody's doing it. He completely transformed this space. He opened up everybody's eyes to like what content can be. So no, he's not going anywhere. I don't even know who the Bulgarian cowboy is, but the answer is a hard no. Let's see. Angelo, I can't find Joy in the live stream. Click. I mean, yeah, all right, well, go to account, and then on the account page, you'll see like the little red, like subscription, whatever. One of them just says call in, big capital letters right there on your account page. And if you have your Discord link, you can get it there too. A couple more comments. Safety parlay. I agree. That thing fucks. Okay, let's go. Oh, look who's sober and sitting down and not being weird to his fucking roommate. How you doing?
How we doing? Nice to talk to you, Angela. Thank you very much for doing this this call-in show at a time that I can actually call in, because usually I'm at work, and so today I got the day off.
What time is it right now?
It's 1:18 p.m., so it's the middle of the day. I work in hospitality, so I'm always working weekends. That's why.
Gotcha.
Yeah. How's life? How's it going?
Good. Very, very busy. These next few weeks are going to be crazy. Next week, I'm on vacation with the family, which means I have to film the Saudi Arabia quick picks this week to post it on Sunday. Yep. And then after that, we're home for a few days, and then we're heading off to Vegas for UFC 303. So a couple busy weeks. Last week I was in Arizona. No, hell no. Just me and Jacob.
Just you and Jacob. That's awesome, dude. You guys got like VIP tickets, or where are you sitting?
Jacob bought it all for my birthday was last week, and Jacob bought he bought it like a month or two ago. He bought 2 VIP tickets. They were many, many thousands of dollars each. He bought 2 of them for UFC 303, and then talked to my wife about it. So then she bought me the flight. Jacob got our hotels too, and then I bought, for $54 each, because I am an equal contributor here. I bought tickets to the they call it like UFC X, the convention, the 2-day convention show they do.
Nice. Are you guys going to do a bunch of recording while you're in that? Like,
I assume I'm definitely going to, I assume we're both going to end up doing a vlog. Yeah. And my vision, Jacob's the creative one, is that he will film and do his vlog, and I'll do mine, but mine will be basically everything my fat ass eats over a 3-day period. Just me stuffing my face for 3 days.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Do you like hot sauce, by the way? Like, if you don't like it, you don't have to say that you do.
I like hot sauce, but I like hot sauce that has flavor. I hate when things just get so unreasonably hot. It's like, well, this is pointless. But right. I know there's like a spectrum here. So I like hot sauce like a regular dude that likes hot sauce. Like what I don't like is like
Carolina Reaper is fucking all that
like Josh who does our website is like all spice. Like that dude is, if it's not ripping your mouth and guts apart, he doesn't want it. Hey, I'm live, just so you know. Okay, sorry. I didn't even know she was back there till the
That's
dog
perfectly fine. No, the reason I ask is because a buddy of mine, he has a hot sauce company here in New Zealand, and I'm going to ship some over to you guys. And I just want to ask whether or not you like spicy hot sauce, because he does them all. But like, if you like them all mild,
middle of the road's the way to go.
I'll keep all the Carolina Reapers out of there.
Yeah, because we had here. Hold on. I don't know if you can still see me, but hold on. This was sent to me. This fucked me up.
Is this, what is it? It says death on it? Yeah. Ultra death sauce. Yeah.
It fucked me up. Like, this was a problem. I ate that on a vlog, one of our Fight Foods vlogs, and it was a genuine problem for a while.
Yeah. I ate a dried Carolina Reaper pepper, and I think I had about 45 minutes of just hating myself.
Yeah, it's not. It's
like zero
some
flavor.
People love it.
Yeah. Well, some people like
love it.
Methamphetamine too. But anyway, let's crack into some fight talk here. As of last week, what was your biggest takeaway? Obviously, I know that you're going to say that in the main event that it was an early stoppage. I don't disregard that, but do you think that Jared Cannonier had a possibility of coming back there? No, I personally think he was cooked. I don't think the result would have changed at all, and I think he would have got finished. But
I agree. I don't think it was heading in a good direction. It was only getting worse. He was getting hit. There was a good amount of time left. It's not like there was 10 seconds left. There was a good amount of time left, and he was getting hit basically whenever Imavov wanted to throw something, he threw it and it landed, like in that exchange. Yeah. It was a very bad stoppage because you have to at least, like, he was standing up on his own volition. His hands were up. He was throwing back. So it was a bad stoppage objectively. I didn't think I heard a single person on this planet, including Jason Herzog, who said it wasn't a bad stoppage. With that being said, you let it go 30, 45 more seconds, maybe even a minute. Nothing changes. Then you can stop it legitimately, and there's no controversy. Like, the people who think that stoppage screwed their parlay because he was going to survive and was able to win 3 rounds and he was going to win a decision. First of all, he was only up 2-1 on the scorecards. So he would have needed to win the 5th round to win a decision. And I don't think, even if he somehow survived that, there's no way he was going to win the 5th round. Tides were clearly turning. So
yeah, it seemed like Nasruddin had him all figured out. Like he timed the leg kicks. He was starting to shorten those windows where he was holding up against the fence. You know, like, because he was just holding him. Not like that it was a bad game plan, but those windows were shortening on that. Takeaways for this weekend upcoming. Who is your 2 strongest like beliefs that you just think they're going to win? Odds aside, I mean, you know,
I gotta look at
who do you got?
I don't memorize the cards, and I'm like weeks ahead, so they'd all mesh together.
I'm sure you're a busy man. For me, it is Ikram Alaskarov and Tagir Ulanbekov. I think both those guys are going to just dominate.
Ikram is almost too easy of a. You can't
take it out the equation.
He's a minus 1,200 favorite.
Yeah, no.
He's not in the safety parlay because it's just unreasonable to do that.
I would probably go Garrett Armfield, then Tagir Ulanbekov, then for myself. Those would be my
Armfield.
But Brady Hiestand sucks, bro. Brady Hiestand sucks. He literally, in all of his fights, he's showed, what is it now? It's 3 fights, and he's a grappling submission dude. His control is not nearly as good as some of the other people in the division. He's failed to show submissions at a level, and all of his opponents have losing records inside the UFC, basically. So it's.
I'm not saying that like I do think Garrett should win, but he's like a full-time bartender that spends the rest of his time on Twitter memeing himself.
I don't like Garrett Armfield. I just think he's going to win the fight.
But when's he training? All right, Garrett. I do have Garrett Armfield winning, and I have him as medium confidence if you check out premium. Asu Almabayev should dominate.
A premium member of 5 months, by the way, just for the tools. There
you go. The tools alone, honestly.
It's worth it, yeah.
You know what market I haven't been able to complete? Like, we would have 20,000 premium members if the diehard DFS players realize we have the best DraftKings ownership projections. Because, that's worth $10. I mean, that's worth way more than $10 if you're trying to win $100,000. So I hear you. That's the market. And the web guy keeps saying we got to run ads, and I just so busy I kicked the can, but I should be. Anyway, Asu Almabayev should smoke Jose Johnson.
I think you guys are going to snowball in the next coming 18 months.
We're up to 3,000.
Yeah.
And we didn't have I don't. The year-over-year growth is just nuts.
I'll tell you about myself and my watching experiences. I've watched UFC for now ever since Conor McGregor for Chad Mendes was like my first like UFC that I watched. I didn't start watching from a picks perspective until honestly maybe like 8 months ago. And you guys were like the first people I kind of stumbled on. And then I was like, well, hang on, let me like have a look at everybody else. Yeah. And then I've circled back. Like it's like I was like, let's see to make sure that I'm like looking at everything. And then you guys just still have all the things. Yeah, like you guys do the graphics. You guys run all of your structure. Especially you're a very structured individual. So you never don't upload it like on a day off and stuff. And if you did, there would be an entire reason. Like you might be like, my fucking family, wanted to have a holiday and it put me off by 6 hours. I apologize to all you people. I didn't want to be there.
The structure. Like I am gone next week. I leave Saturday. I don't get back till Friday. But what happens in that week is Sunday morning, no matter what, I have to upload a quick picks video. I have for years. I cannot miss. There's no way I'm going to film a quick picks video Sunday morning on vacation. The quality would suck. It wouldn't be good. So I have to do it now, ahead of time. So I appreciate that you noticed because it's very easy to throw up a Tapology background and just click a button every now and then. It's a real pain in the dick to keep a schedule and have actual graphics like this shit on the screen. Let me walk you through this graphic very quickly, if you don't mind.
Beautiful graphic.
If you go to the UFC's website or just Google UFC Vegas 93, whatever,
right.
The official poster is the background for the poster. It's white, and then the only color is this blue, this pink, and it fades into each other. And the amount of time that I spend removing the fighters and all the stuff from that image so that could become the background to this, so that it's it's the little things.
Just that special highlight. Yeah,
it ain't easy. Everybody can click Tapology.
Yeah,
so I appreciate you doing the circle. What's even? All right, go ahead before I just
you go. No, you go.
Endlessly.
That's right. That's right. It's your show. You go.
Well, the call-in show's your show. It's supposed to be the people's show. But the last thing I'll mention here, because you got me going, is when we started, we're only like 2 years and a couple of months into this. It's not like we've been doing this forever. We are in the straight up pick space, probably the biggest, unless I'm missing. Actually, at MMA Experts is a little bigger. But he started before COVID. Everybody else was pre-COVID. We came after. But there was only like 5 people. And then us, it was like Fight Night Picks, a few others. And now Fight Night Picks is gone and we're here. But if you look now, there's probably literally no less than 200 random channels that popped up with face on the thumbnail, like doing the exact same thing. And like, great, good, go for it. But I have to imagine a lot of that is my freaking sales pitch. People hear my sales pitch. They hear the numbers, they look at the numbers, they do the math, they're like, I could do that. And now everybody in the world's trying to do it. So there's your full circle. It's bigger than ever.
I would agree with you. And it's like anything that you would say, once something is successful, everybody looks at it and goes, I'll try that because it's working really well. And you guys are dominating the space. But I think people forget.
We have to continue to evolve. Otherwise we won't.
That's right. Yeah. Otherwise you fall behind, which I think you'll absolutely do fine in. For the fights though, I do want you to circle back. Give me your two most confident for this upcoming weekend, UFC Vegas 93. Just straight.
I'm not going to give you what I'm.
Take Ekram out.
It's a tricky question because then I end up giving you the safety parlay almost.
Okay. Yeah.
Ask me a different question.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. What about this weekend, UFC Vegas 93? Who are the 2 fighters that you think are most likely, Ekram aside, to finish their opponents?
Okay. Hold on.
Because I know that's not typically where you place your bets anyway.
You're good. Yeah, no, I almost never do. Ekram. Let me look at my rounds. Hold on. Going to round line leans on premium here. That's how.
Man, I got so lucky last week. I picked Dominic Reyes by round, got him round and method, and also Nasiri Imavov. Thank you, Jason Herzog, round and method on my.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is very lucky.
Yeah.
I think Jeka Saragih for sure. Because he's fighting Westin Wilson, who's kind of chinny and very hittable, and Jeka If he does anything, it's just bomb overhands and land with power. Yeah. Ikram Al-Skirov. I think the Lucas Almeida fight, but I don't know what side of that fight. Lucas Almeida and Timmy Kwamba.
Right.
I don't know what side of that fight. But
you just think that fight doesn't go the distance. Yeah.
Correct. Right. And then, like, I don't think the main event, Garrett Armfield hasn't finished anybody. Asu Almbayev's not finishing people. Miles Johns isn't finishing. Douglas De Silva, insanely durable. Nate Maness can certainly finish Jimmy Flick.
Do you think Jose Johnson makes the weight?
I don't know. I hope he does, and I hope he's drained, and then Asu just blows right through him even easier. I mean, he's 6 feet tall. It is crazy.
I think he will get choked out if he makes the weight because he's going to look like a chicken. He's going to have like all neck. You know what I mean? That
is true.
Asu is not choking that.
I mean, Asu can definitely finish people. I mean, yeah, potentially that fight. The round line is 1.5. So I'm looking at my round line. I actually picked the over on that, but over on the round line is different than will the fight finish. So.
Yeah, for sure. And he's definitely a position before submission fighter. So
yes,
that makes sense as well. And long guys can be a bit wriggly. Couple of guys, I don't know if you would have been told about them by Adam, but a couple of New Zealanders that may be making their way to the big show. Aaron Tau, Toes Him Up is his handle. He is going on the Contender Series. He is going to be fighting later this year. One of the Kiwis fighting out of CKB, fights in the bantamweight division. I don't know if you've seen him fight. Very aggressive fighter. 8-0. He's taking on, what is his name? I looked at it yesterday. Kwang Lee. I don't know if you've seen him fight, but also a very aggressive fighter. And I believe, also 8-0. So a couple of undefeated fighters that are going into that one. And then a friend of mine, Navajo Sterling, who is a kickboxing champion, is going to be fighting this weekend in an Australian promotion called Hex. And if he wins his fight there, it is basically signed and sealed that he is going to be on the Contender Series as well. So a couple of New Zealanders on the map.
I mean, I know like City Kickboxing and like a lot of the Australians and New Zealanders seem to be very heavy kickboxers. Is that like is kickboxing very popular, or is it just because wrestling isn't?
Bro, I'd say it's so here, like in America, you've got like American football, you got all this like sport diversity, you got like lacrosse and a bunch of weird stuff. In New Zealand, like in my experience, I grew up here, you have like, it's like soccer, cricket, and rugby are like, as a male, those are like your only sports you're ever going to play. Yeah. And so like you like those are your choices. And like there are some other sports, but kind of like if you played like hockey or some other things, all the equipment and stuff's quite expensive. So unless your parents are rich, you're not in those sports.
Yeah.
And they're kind of niche as well. I don't know, maybe you could find one kid at your school that goes to another town to play canoe polo. But so basically every kid grows up playing rugby, and then adults kind of do things. And there's no wrestling. And when I say that, there's like maybe 2 wrestling gyms across an entire nation, which there's no grassroots wrestlers. I think it's a shame because we as a people are honestly like quite physically strong. And I think that if there was wrestling as an option and there was like communities of it, we would have very strong wrestlers because of our rugby base and our like farms and just basic like the way that we live. It's like a farm strong, like Bryce Mitchell, whatever. It's just a bunch of people here just eating dairy and meat, and we're hard-headed idiots that like to drink alcohol. So we're tough. So it's I would like to see more people moving through that. And I think that the likes of Dan Hooker, Israel Adesanya, Kai Kara France, now Carlos Ulberg on the cusp of title contendership, all of those guys are shining a light on it here, and it's growing more. I see MMA gyms popping up in every town now, and they're branding themselves as like fitness as well. So it should be in the next 5 to 10 years, there'll be more. Yeah,
probably. I mean, that's what happened here. Obviously, we've always had wrestling, but wrestling has blown up in the last 15 years or so, and MMA has helped with that a lot.
Yeah.
So like private clubs are popping up. Used to wrestle in school, and that was it, right? And now there's private wrestling gyms and private wrestling clubs and stuff like that. So wrestling was always a big sport here, but now it's getting even bigger, even more popular. But jiu-jitsu gyms are what's popping up. Every strip mall has a jiu-jitsu gym now.
Oh, yeah. As for kickboxing, the kickboxing's kind of always been a thing here. So I think that's why everyone's like, we have kickboxers, but the people would wrestle and do other things if it was just available. It wasn't.
Yeah.
One question I got for you, because I know that you're a lifetime, you're a martial arts trainer yourself, wrestling and jiu-jitsu and whatnot. Why do you think people don't use blast double legs more in the UFC, like the fighters themselves? Just energy conservation, or?
because 99% of them aren't wrestlers, and it's not like shooting a blast double is not easy.
I mean, like it's essentially a rugby tackle, which is like what we all do here. And me and my brother watching, we're like, why don't they just? Because I'm not saying it's easy, but when you watch a lot of the time, people do those like half, like they kind of reach down, they're lazy, and then they get like uppercut or knee because they're not like committing to it, and then the other person has time to react to it. If you just dove into it, like yes, you might get kneed, yes, you might get uppercut, but you're definitely going to if you do it slow. And it just, I don't know, I find it so strange.
Learning to keep your feet moving is very hard to do. Very hard to do. Most people will take a shot, get to the legs, and just stop. Stay on their knees or pull or change direction. It is very hard. Like when I coach kids, I literally just yell, run, 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 run. Like as soon as you touch it, like run, 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 run right through it. I don't care if it was a sloppy entry. I don't care if you're barely holding on to leg. Train your body to run. Just literally run straight forward. So it's not the easiest thing to do. And then the other thing is, if you haven't wrestled your whole life and you're not comfortable diving at a leg and then running right through it, you're just going to do as little as possible to get to it and then from there work, because it's not comfortable throwing your body underneath somebody else's. So I think it's literally just because you do see blast doubles from actual wrestlers. You'll see some wrestlers just shoot head right up the middle. Like even Jasmine Jasudavicius shoots a blast double. Throws her head right up the middle and just runs right through it. She's wrestled her whole life. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's not afraid to do it. So I think a lot of it is just literally the comfort. It's not an easy thing to do, to train your body to lower your level, get underneath somebody, and then run.
Yeah, I guess for me, having played rugby, I would say it's similar to rugby, and that's why I think of it in a way that it's wrestling. That's why I think it would be cool if people had wrestling. I would have done wrestling if it was like an option, but it wasn't. So everybody just played rugby. Yeah. Anyway, dude, I did have one more question, but I feel like I've forgotten it. No, it was about Robert Whittaker versus Chimaev, which you said you were going to have to record in advance. Quick little forward to that one. If you've looked at the Muhammad Naimov and Malsik Bagdasaryan, how do you think that fight plays out? Because I personally have a strong lean towards Muhammad Naimov, and I think that he's going to clean him up much.
Yeah, Malsik can't defend takedowns whatsoever. And even though Muhammad Naimov hasn't really done a ton of wrestling in the octagon, I would hope he has the fight IQ to do so. Because I think Malsik could touch him up striking. So Muhammad's just going to need to shoot. And I assume he will. The problem is sometimes these people have success striking, so then they just abandon the wrestling. But Malsik Bagdasaryan can't defend a takedown and save his life. So it's the easiest path in the world right in front of you.
Muhammad Naimov just about every 3 days posts up a new training video of him in the wrestling room on his Instagram. So I would say
let's hope he does.
He'd be clean on that one. So that's going to be a lock of mine. But anyway, man, otherwise you have a great time on your holiday. I don't imagine I'll end up talking to you before UFC McGregor.
Jacob and I will be live on Thursday, but it won't be a call-in show. It'll be our normal breakdown show.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, thank you for taking the time to talk to me, and good luck, and enjoy the McGregor card, because I am very jealous of you, and it's probably going to be his last fight. So soak it all in.
I'm looking, even if, I mean, now the rumors are circulating again that he might not be fighting. I don't know. I think a lot of that
I think he's fighting.
I think so too. I think a lot of it is just attention grabbing on Twitter at this point. But I'm very much looking forward. I've been to many UFCs, I think like 7, something like that. But what I've never done is the full UFC experience. I've never been to a weigh-in. I've been to a weigh-in as a manager, but I've never sat in the crowd. And ceremonial weigh-ins are relatively new. Ceremonial weigh-ins weren't something that they always did.
Do you have to buy tickets for that?
The weigh-ins, I don't know if you buy tickets or the reserved seats, but part of the VIP tickets that Jacob got include weigh-ins. So I've never been to weigh-ins. I'm going to go to the weigh-ins, and I imagine that's going to be crazy. I don't know. I have no clue what to expect from the convention, but we're going to go to the convention. It's International Fight Week. Like I plan on doing all the things. I've never done that. I went for International Fight Week last week because my wife got me tickets for my 40th, and she came, but it was very much like a couple's trip to Vegas and then a UFC event. Where this is not. So this will be my first full-blown UFC experience.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to UFC 305 in August in Perth, and I'm basically same deal. I'm going with my younger brother who's obsessed with the sport as well. Me and have always watched it. He's an amateur fighter, and so we're both going to try and soak it in. That's why I asked if you have to buy tickets for that sort of thing because
I don't know. It says reserved seat at weigh-ins, so I don't know if that means you do have to buy a ticket, but it's open seating, and we'll reserve one for. I don't know what it means, but it just says reserved seat at weigh-ins. Oh, see, somebody said weigh-ins are free, so I guess the VIP tickets guarantee you a seat.
Oh, this just inspired my brain. That guy was the Christian, the previous guy that was in the call-in show before me. He asked about Charles Redke and damage. There was no damage to him. It was just a nice knee to the liver. Okay, by the way, that was my response to that one, because I also tried to look into that, see if he was actually hurt, because he seems like a tough dude, and he went down like he just had no answer. I
mean, there's just something like maybe it blew the wind right out of him and moved things around. You literally, there's just nothing you can do. I don't care how tough you are. The wind gets blown out of you. Nothing you can do.
I was watching Dustin Solstice fight, and I was only a small bit. It was like $20 on Dustin Solstice, and I was like, no, because he started like really engaging in the striking, and I thought he was winning the energy transfer, and I was like, no, and then all of a sudden he eats the first one. I was like, just come on, so I eats a big one, and the way he stood up and sort of hugged the ref after that, I was like, oh, this dude's cooked. Like there was no give him more time. Yeah, I think he got multiple facial fractures. I saw on his Instagram, said that. He's got nerve.
That was an insane spinning back elbow, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna look back. He said he's got nerve tissue damage, so he doesn't know how long it's gonna be before he fights or whatever. Because he ate that one big. I'm surprised he didn't get put out. Like that dude's he's pretty tough. Because he stood
tougher
straight
than people
back
give him credit for, but he ate it.
Yeah, for sure. Also, my brain kind of works like a scatter field, but Punahele Soriano, I thought he had much more grounds of his fight being stopped, even though they weren't damaging shots, than in the past. Brady Hiestand, when he fought, who was that dude? I was just watching the tape study on that just recently. Brady Hiestand had that stoppage where the other dude was in a very similar position. Gerald Dinar, that's who it was.
Oh,
and
Dinar
yeah, but he was like hitting him like this. It was like, and he was looking at the referee. Brady's like, please give me a stop. Yeah. It was like, what are you doing, man?
Punahele looked good. It's the best he's ever looked, and he used his wrestling for the first time in his UFC career. So that was I was happy for that.
Yeah, he looked like he had plenty more energy to give too. Like his gas tank looked really good, I thought. His energy conservation, obviously he could have tried to unload and get more finished, but at one point he like sort of just poshed it up, and Baeza had nothing. He was literally just both arms just punching him, but you could really burn yourself out with it, I guess. So that's why he stopped. Anyway, I'll let you get on. You said you had other callers in line, so you have a wonderful evening, and thanks for having me on, dude.
Well, I appreciate you. Thanks for calling in. All right, we got Lefty and then Pierre. I'm just going in order for when people joined. Oh, hello. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm fucking feeling great. How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I saw all your theatrics waiting to come on.
My energy died though. I was waiting for I don't care. I was just waiting though, and I was like
42 minutes. Yeah.
I was energetic, and then I was like, damn, it's hot, bro. How hot?
You got a lot of people with things to say, man.
I forgot. I had so much shit to say. I forgot what to say though, bro. I literally did. I had so much shit. I was like, I'm gonna tell him this. I'm gonna tell him. I forgot, but shout out to bro. I feel it. It's all good. Bro, I forgot what I was.
You literally you waited for 42 minutes and then nothing.
I swear to God. That's why they call me Lefty, bro. I know that's right, bro. Like, it's not right. The walls.
Man, there's got to be something. All that time.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Hey. Bro.
Who do you think wins, Conor or Michael Chandler?
Oh, I love them both, but I think Conor. I think if Conor is really serious, I think he wins. If he's serious, I think he. And like I watched his sparring little clips, he looks like he could catch Chandler, bro. Chandler's just dumb, bro. I love Chandler.
That is true.
He's gonna come in like this with his hands wide open and his fucking chin right in the middle, and that's where Conor snipes in the middle, bro.
Conor, see even this comment. Oh, Angelo praying Conor, that's how you spell Conor, bud, is a no-show after that training video. There was that training video of Conor like hitting the mitts and then doing a full spinning back kick. That was impressive. I was like, shit. But this dude hasn't won a fight in years. Years. He has not won a fight in 4 years. 4 years. Coming back after a horrific injury. Drugs like none of us could ever dream of. Like, he's not winning this fucking fight. And I get Michael Chandler's an idiot, but Michael Chandler's not actually an idiot. He just knows how he gets paid. So he shows up, puts on a show and gets paid. This is a different fight, though. I know he's going to show up and try to put on a show, but I do think Michael Chandler cares about winning this fight. So he'll put on a show, but he's also going to try to actually win this fight. So I think Conor wins. I think Michael Chandler wins.
Oh, he got dropped by Tony because I love Chandler. I've rooted for him in all his fights. I even watched him like in Bellator. I watched him like his last 3 Bellator fights. He's cool. I think if Tony Ferguson could still drop you, I know he slept him, but if he could still drop you, I think if Conor lands, bro, I think he could drop this fool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, of course, Conor can connect. He's big, he's strong, he's juiced. Conor could connect, for sure. But is a dude who hasn't won a fight in 4 years. He's landed on people before and not knocked them out. So he's not like knocking everybody out ever. And even Chandler's got like a good chin. This concept that Chandler's just so easy to knock out is crazy. He'll get into a firefight, he'll get hit, but when have we seen Chandler knocked out early? Doesn't happen.
That's true. Hey, how does I want to show you this. This was like 5 years ago before I even started training. I want to see something, but I don't know if like how does copyright work? Like that's me 5 years ago. Grinding pounding somebody in the street beefs fight.
Is that street beefs for real?
Yeah, it's called Stroka.
Like the official street beefs or a different one?
It's called Stroka. They have like 3 million followers on YouTube. They're from Russia. And they came to California for the first time, and they were going to gyms and asking people, and they asked me. It was like my first week at the fucking gym, and I went.
That's funny. So how does that work? It's just literally just the fight outside and you sign papers? Like, is there medicals? Like, is there anything?
Yeah, there was you sign papers saying you can't fucking sue them if you get something broken or some shit.
Yeah. There's no medicals or anything?
I doubt it. There was hella people though. I was nervous. I almost shitted myself.
Yeah, dude, it's nerve-wracking for sure.
That story from last time. I joined last week, the call-in show. I think it was last week or the week before last call-in show. Bro, I had my first. I remember I had this boxer. I did boxing most of my life, right? And then I had this fight. It was like a charity event. Some dude that was popular, but he was known for I think he like beat his wife or some shit. So people didn't like him, right? But he was thinking nobody could beat him. So they were hyping me up, and they was like, "Hey, bro, like, look, like, we want to give you this spot. It's going to be like 7,000 people at this like charity event, blah blah." It was a ring and everything, like a big ring and everything, like at a hotel, I think. Yeah, it was like at a hotel type, in the lobby.
Yeah, I've done a whole bunch of smokers in hotels.
And I went, and I was like, I trained, bro. I really did. I trained so hard, bro. The night before, though, I'm not gonna lie, I drank Hennessy. And then the day of the fight shows up, and I was on a good diet, so I don't know if the Hennessy fucked up my stomach. So I show up to the fight. I see the dude pull up, cowboy hat, older guy. He's probably like 42, 43, older guy, cowboy hat with the fucking feather, nice ass suit. I'm like, they're looking at him like, I'm gonna beat your ass, And like I said, nobody liked him because he was known for that thing, but I don't know why he was popular for what. So we get ready, right? I'm gonna beat. Everybody's hyping me up. People are like hyping me up, like, bro, like, beat him. I was like, I'm gonna fucking knock this guy out. Bro, I swear to God, bro, this is like the most embarrassing story. I'm gonna tell the truth for the first time, bro. Bro, I swear to God, we're fighting, right? Round one comes in. I come out like a dumbass. I think I'm fucking Nick Diaz. I come out like this and shit showing off like a dumbass. And then so we start boxing. He hits me. I hit him too. I wobbled him. And then round two comes in. I don't know. I fucking bless you. Bless you, Angela.
All right, done.
All right. Long story short, I fucking shitted myself, bro. During the fight, bro. I thought I had a fart. I swear to God, I thought I had a fart, and I let it out. Bro,
did it come down your leg? Did people know?
I swear to God, on my mom, bro, I ran out the ring before it did.
So they were people just watched you run out of a ring for no reason?
Bro, everybody was like, what the fuck? I ran out the ring because I was like, I would rather run out the ring and look like a little girl than fucking have doo-doo drip down my legs, bro.
So you just had shit in your pants?
Yep, I had to throw in my boxers in the bathroom.
Nasty.
Gross.
Nasty.
Most embarrassing moment.
Absolutely nasty.
Yeah, bro.
Is it on tape? It's got to be on tape.
Yeah, because it was live streamed too, so it might be on tape. They don't know me though. Hey, who do you got? Joshua Van fight?
I think I picked. Let me see. I think I picked Josh Van because I think this era of only wrestling is over. So I think we're getting guys now that, this goes in waves, right? UFC original wrestlers, grapplers took over. Then the Chuck Liddell era, strikers who could defend takedowns took over. Then it started to go back with the whole Dagestani era to grapplers taking over. And I think we're swinging back again, people defending takedowns and making a lot of these wrestlers and grapplers look dumb. Cage defense, freaking Vegas judges. So I did pick, where the hell? Josh Quinlan, Josh Van. Nope, I picked Ulanbekov.
Oh, my boy. Now, I'm 60-40. I think I love Joshua Van. Since he came on that short notice, he's good, bro. He's good.
He is good. I'm trying to see my notes here.
No, I feel like Tagir he gets a good grip on you.
Where's my notes? Oh yeah, I keep going back and forth here.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked Ulanbekov at low confidence.
Hey, you fuck with the Mexican OT?
It's because we watched him get taken down 3 times in 3 fights, and Tagir's just gonna wrestle. But sorry, do I what?
Do you listen to the Mexican OT?
The fact that you even think I know what that means.
What about D-Baby? They're from Texas. That's why I'm asking.
I don't know these fucking. I do not, dude. I listen to people come over to play Can Jam. We're here. You want to see my playlist? Here we go. Here's my playlist.
I got my bitch's name on my hat. She gets mad.
We got Amber, One More Night. If you don't know that song, it goes, one more night, show me things that I never knew. We got Rockabye with Sean Paul. We got Avicii, a bunch of Avicii songs. We got a bunch of BB Rexa songs. A whole bunch of Timmy Trumpet songs. We got Eagle Eye Cherry. It's a wild playlist, but there is nothing in Spanish on this playlist. We got Run On by Blue Sacramento. That's a great fucking song.
Sacramento. I'm from Sacramento. I'm in Sacramento right now.
Yeah, no, this guy's not from Sacramento.
Sacramento, bro. What the fuck is it? Oh, Whataburger or In-N-Out?
In-N-Out's overrated, soggy. It's if you don't eat In-N-Out a second and a half after it's made, it's a disgusting, sloppy sponge. Whataburger's so much better. It's In-N-Out's like literally just a sloppy, soggy mess. It's gross.
I heard this. I don't know. I hear the same thing about Whataburger. I need to try them though.
It's not soggy. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But I promise you, it's not soggy. In-N-Out tastes good. It's soggy as hell. You can't even wait to bring it from the counter to your table. It's already too soggy. It's too far gone. That's why they don't deliver it. In-N-Out Burger is not on any delivery app, and they sued the delivery apps because there was the private apps. Because we have one called Favor here, where they'll do anything for you. They'll go do you a favor. They'll go pick up groceries. They'll do a favor. And In-N-Out was on there, and they got sued. In-N-Out sued them, saying we do not allow you to pick this up, whatever, blah blah blah. And it's all because they know that their burgers are disgusting, soggy messes. And if you're gonna drive it 10 minutes, it's only worse. Only worse.
All right, I'm gonna go try Whataburger. Then I'm gonna go to your gym. I'm gonna choke you out.
Whataburger's good.
All right, I'll put you on an ankle lock.
Good luck with that.
I'll just, hey, bro. One time in high school, we fought some wrestlers. Well, I didn't jump in. I got scared, bro. I was 16. Dude, they're my homie was getting ragdolled, bro, and that was my big homie. I was like, God damn, if you're getting ragdolled, I ain't jumping in.
It's a different world.
I'm just kidding.
It's a very different world.
I got my ass in. I was just kidding. I got ragdolled. You're a wrestling coach full time, or you were at one point?
No. I wrestled my whole life. I coached when we were in Connecticut. I coached for years. Then we moved here. I coached here, and then we moved, so I stopped coaching. And then now I'm just so busy with this and not coaching. But I coached wrestling for ever.
Wrestling's
very
tired.
long time.
I did at the MMA gym I used to train at. That shit. I took a wrestling class once, bro. Oh my god, bro! I felt I had to walk out the class. They were like, "You okay?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm good."
I mean, it uses everything at once.
Someone said wrestling's like full sprinting without stopping.
They say the 2 hardest sports you could ever do, or 3, 2 hardest, and then is swimming and wrestling. And then if you want to say the most physically fit athletes, they say wrestlers, swimmers, and gymnasts.
God damn, bro.
College swimmers, like the physical fit you need to be a college swimmer is absolutely nuts. And same with wrestling. Non-stop pace that whole time. Crazy.
I regret not wrestling in high school. I wanted to, but like I had a stupid mentality. It's because I'm from the barrio and shit, and they look at it as what they wear that thing. They look at it as
the singlet. Nah, it's
yeah.
That's not like anybody can make any sport, especially I wrestled in the freaking 90s and 2000s. Look, that's gay.
I wish I wrestled.
Yeah.
I wish I wrestled.
People say that about UFC. Oh, just a bunch of dudes rolling around. One of my neighbors does it all the time. So I like literally, you want to know why you're not invited over for fight night? Because you think you're funny saying it's gay. Guess what, dumbass? You're not coming over. Everybody else will. You're not.
He's saying that because he can't fight.
It's what people don't know it. It's stupid in their eyes.
So what's up? When you gonna have that thing, bro? Have the premium members fly up.
We'll see. I mean, we definitely want to do some sort of premium member meetup. We'll see. I mean, I'm going to be at UFC 303 in Vegas. We'll see how many premium members are there. I doubt. I don't know, but I don't know how many. I was thinking about doing it for the Tyson Jake Paul fight, but those tickets were astronomical. We'll do one eventually. We just got to figure out timing and how many people would actually go.
I heard what you guys were talking about it. You should do like a little fight, like if you want, so you can know people are serious about going. Because you don't want to pay for something and then motherfuckers don't show up. We should do one where like we gotta chip in, like pay some, like whatever, drop some money on it. That way you could have like as insurance. I don't know, like making sure they come.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Whether it's like a fight campaign, I don't know. We'll figure something. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, but you got to do it right because at the end of the day, people live all over the place. And how many people are, it's one thing to drive an hour. It's one thing if you live nearby. And we do live, right outside of Dallas. So there's a lot of people here. But it's a whole nother thing to expect somebody to pay for a flight, get on a flight, and then fly out there to hang out. That's a whole different level of like, I think I'm important. So it's like we gotta like balance it and make sure that it's actually worth it or people would be even willing to do it.
How tall are you?
Would you fly to fucking Texas from California? No.
Yeah, I would. That's what I'm saying.
No, you fucking would. You're going to go book a flight. It's $350 and you're going to be like, yeah, I'll do that. No, you fucking would. Then where are you going to stay?
I told you last week I'd be going to San Antonio all the time.
Okay, that's 6 hours away.
I'll fly out there, but you don't know me. That's why I'm broke. I'm spontaneous. I'll do whatever.
All right.
Sport. I waste money. I lost hella money following. For the first time, normally when Jacob puts underdog lock of the week, I put like $20-$30. Last week I put $300 fucking on Charles Bradley.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's all right though. I'm gonna do it again this week. I don't give a fuck.
I don't know who his lock of the week is this week, but when I would be very confident in Jacob's lock is if A, you agree, obviously, and B, if if you look at all his picks and he's picked a bunch of underdogs, then you could be confident that his lock is like he had a lot of options to choose from and he still chose that person. If you look at all of his picks and it's all favorites and then one dog, he kind of was pigeonholed. So I would just, don't ever bet on somebody you personally don't think is going to win just because somebody else said they would. And then on top of it, you got to look at, the circumstances in the situation to make sure the pick makes sense.
Don't bet, they win. When I do bet, they lose.
I mean, that's unfortunately, that's how some of this shit goes. I hear you, man. Listen, you got one more question, then I'm going to go to Pierre. Pierre joined this show when it was light outside. He's fucking sitting in the dark right now. Yeah, you're in a different time zone.
Is it hot over there or what? It's hot as fuck over here.
Today was actually really nice. Pierre looks hot, but he's 3 hours south of me.
Think he in Texas?
All right, that was your last question. Is it hot in here? Listen,
I ran out of shit to say. I'm sorry.
I appreciate you calling in.
All right then, bro. Lefty local, you know what it is.
All right, see ya, dude.
All right then, bro.
See ya. Pierre, look, it's nighttime. It's nighttime.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm unfortunately. I said I opened the show. I don't know if you heard. Jacob's I think he has internet now, but he did not have internet for like 3 days. So we scheduled a call-in show instead of the full breakdown show because we did not know if he was going to have internet back or not. So.
Oh, I got you.
We're doing this,
I didn't-
but Thursday's a call-in or a regular show now.
Regular show, okay. No, I was calling to see. Can you fix my premium? I don't know what's wrong with it. I can't.
How'd you call into the show then?
He let me call, but he can't. I can't do nothing else. I'm not sure what's going on with it.
Yeah, just I can look at it while we're talking. I'm not gonna look at it while we're talking because then I'm gonna be distracted. It's gonna be quiet and weird.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, hold on. Pierre.
Yes.
Let's find out how many Pierres we have.
Oh, you got a lot of PRs?
We do. I'm
Oh,
assuming
wow.
you're not this one, and there you are.
No, it should be the EXILHO.
Yep, I see it. Let's look. Created on June 9th. What's today? Okay. Yeah, all right. I'll look at it a little closer and then let you know. If you
'cause
updated your card, if you had to update your card, you need to cancel. It doesn't process it instantly. So like if you go on there and it says your card expired, update your card, and then you update it. I get like 30 of these messages every Saturday. Like, oh, you know, whatever, update your card. When you update it, it doesn't process it instantly. It'll wait till the next day to process it or days later, depending on the situation. So to get it to process instantly, you need to cancel, then sign back up, and then that'll force the card processing, and it'll go through instantly, and then you're good to go.
But he kept saying that I have like multiple accounts. That's what the message
I think
says.
what you were doing, you sent me a screenshot. It said it looked like you were trying to create a new account, and that's why it's saying no, you already have an account. So you need to just click on subscriptions. If you click on subscriptions, you'll see your subscription. Click cancel, and then click update or activate or whatever it is, and then you should be good.
Okay, so I have to cancel it first.
Yeah, I can't do it. So I have no access to your payment. I cannot tell the system to take your money at any point for any reason, because I get that all the time too. Hey, my payment failed. Can you reprocess it? I can't. We don't have any access to any of that. So the system just automatically does it. In this case, cancel, sign back up. If not, it should just process. If you updated your card overnight or tomorrow, whenever it does the processing, it'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, then I give it until tomorrow. Then if I don't see anything happen,
yeah, shoot me a message then or cancel, sign back up, see what happens.
Okay, then.
Yeah, you should be good.
Yeah, that's basically all I have and stuff like that. And I was trying to see, you think you could squeeze me in this weekend or next weekend or no?
I'm
Are
gone.
we still on?
I'm gone.
Are you gone? Oh, where
I'm
you
gone
going?
this weekend and next week. That's what I'm saying. July, and then the weekend after that, we're in Vegas, so it's gonna have to be.
Oh,
July.
for real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The next
Where you
2
going?
weekends.
You going to the fight? Or you going
So
on vacation?
This weekend for a week, I'm going on vacation with the family, so we're gone. And then when we get back, the next weekend is UFC 303, and Jacob got us tickets to that. So Jacob and I will be in Vegas for the Conor fight.
Oh, got you.
Yeah. So it's gonna have to be July. July is the only option.
Oh, July? You mean, July. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, because June's done. All the weekends are gone for June. So it's gonna have to be July.
Yes, sir. No, that's basically all my question was to try and fix my premium. Yeah, because
so you called for IT support is what just happened right now.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, got it. Yeah. All right. Got it.
All right, see you.
All right, have a good shift. See ya.
Yes, sir.
All right, if anybody else has any IT needs, the link is on your premium account. I cannot keep up with live chat. There's 1 million comments in here, and we've had a bunch of callers. So actually, there was 2. I pinned the. I see you, Gucci. I'll get to you in 1 second. There was 3 comments that I starred earlier. Somebody said, "Are you going to replace Jacob with the Bulgarian Cowboy?" I said, "Who the hell's the Bulgarian Cowboy?" And then you guys explained. I'm now realizing who you're talking about. It's that guy. Let me pull him up on YouTube. He has. This is how fake the internet is, guys. This is how fake. I don't even know his name. I'm going to type Bulgarian Cowboy and see. Let's see. Yeah, okay. This is how fake the internet is, if you guys are curious. He has 14.8 thousand subscribers. and he seems like a nice gentleman. 14.8 thousand subscribers. Here's the view count on his last videos. 44 views, 25 views, 100 views, 54 views, 96 views, 19 views, 33 views. Math isn't mathing. And I remember seeing that guy. He's been doing this for years. And I remember seeing him during COVID when I was watching other people to get my own insight for fights. So, yeah. And then Martin, probably an hour ago, said, I love the Fight Food vlogs. Listen, I appreciate you because I'll tell you right now, filming them's kind of a pain in my ass. Like, literally, it gives me... I have to film every minute of the day, and then I'm not creative. So it's like, should I film from here? Should I film from here? Should I have a second camera? Should I do this? What is my day going to be? I'm just a regular dude with a family watching fights, hopefully hanging out with his friends. So filming, it's a pain. Then I got to pay somebody to edit it. I usually have to cook something. The Fight Foods vlogs are like the biggest investment in content that I have. So I appreciate that you love them, and I wish all 25,000 of you would watch them, because it is very different content. And we're trying to expand what we do. All right, here we go. Let's get rid of this. How the hell do I remove this comment? Here we go. Gucci, how you doing?
What's up? What's up, man? Can you hear me?
Oh, I can.
All right, great. Just making sure. Well, I see it's just you today, so
it's just me, Jakey boy. Oh, you were training. So Jacob had no internet for 3 days. That's why his premium picks took an little longer to go up. He had no internet for a few days. And when I scheduled this morning, we were like waiting to see, is he going to come back? And then this morning, he sent me a screenshot from I don't know who his internet provider is, but it basically was like updated timeline 3 p.m. But the day before, it said 9 a.m. The day before that, it said the day before. So we're like, we can't trust this shit. Let's just move it to Thursday. So Thursday will be our full card breakdown. And I was like, I'll just do a call-in show for our normal Tuesday slot. So that's what we got going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's cool. I didn't know.
Do you wear driving gloves?
No, I just take these off when I get home.
All right. I was like, holy shit.
No. Otherwise, I'll forget. I'll throw them in my bag, and then they'll sit in the bag sweaty, and they'll be disgusting the next time I try to wear them. Yeah. So I just wear them home. No, I don't wear driving gloves.
All right. I was like, we got to end this call right
now. You think I'm like Tony Ferguson or something? Oh, man. I didn't know if you were going to bring me on or if you were mad at me for Googling tournament.
You were the one who commented that?
Yeah, no, I thought you might not like that.
Oh, when you were like, the Oxford Dictionary says.
Hey, you literally said Google it. I just Googled it. I just do what you say.
Nerd.
I've learned.
Dude, I saw that. I literally, what's your username? I was like, what white nerd? I saw that. I literally said, look at this fucking nerd.
Oh, I'm a nerd.
The Oxford Dictionary says, hey, do me a favor, spell tour.
Yeah.
No. Let's go ahead. Let's do it. Oxford, okay. Spell tour.
Tour.
Okay, spell turn.
TURN.
Spell tournament.
I don't know how. I was playing TOURN.
I bet you don't.
I got you.
I bet you don't. Jesus.
No, I get it, bro. I literally Googled it because you said to Google it, and I was curious, like, have I been saying it wrong? I truly don't. I'm really not too anal about tournament. You literally is like Google it. So I'm like, shit, all right, let me see what it says. I'm a curious dude. And I thought it was funny that even the phonetic
the
spelling
Oxford Dictionary.
Yeah. You just hurry up and get one of these meetings. Before I was trying to just come spar and go light with you. Now I'm trying to beat you.
And listen, stop looking at the camera. Don't look at the camera while driving. Just treat this like Bluetooth.
You're like on my windshield. So
I'm not trying to be a part of.
No, I promise you're good. You're on my windshield right here. My sight line is we're good. We're good.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm on an island.
I'm in the wreck. I'm suing the shit out of We Want Picks. I'm just playing.
You called me. I didn't call you.
Fair enough. I know. I'm just talking shit anyway.
I'm on an island with the pronunciation of tournament. I live in Texas. I'm married a Texan. There's not a single person anywhere near me that says it the right way. I got people back home.
Hey, as long as you stop saying Louisville, I might have canceled my preview,
you know why
bro.
I said
I
Louisville?
couldn't have done it. Why?
So first of all, I know it's Louisville, and then I was conscious of it going forward. There is a city here in Texas 20 minutes from me called Louisville. And so I just have like Louisville in my head. So I just and I have to type it. I have to type it on the website. I have to type it in the on YouTube. And you type it Louisville, Louis, Louis. So like I didn't even notice I said Louisville until I saw the comments and people were like, what did this guy just say? That's when I noticed I said Louisville instead of Louisville. So then from that point on, I was like, Louis.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was like, man, I'll deal with some of these Brazilian names. I fucking get it. But Louisville, but nah, it's never that deep. Other than a shit talking comment here or there, it's whatever. No offense to you or Jacob. I don't follow y'all for the grammar, man. I follow y'all for the picks.
Oh, I've learned.
You know what
I've learned. I mean, listen. The bigger we get, the more comments we'll get. Like if I look at my quick picks video right now, hold on, let's look at it. Just to give you an idea of how many comments that if I wanted to look at them all and stress about them, hold on. Let's see, content. Okay, so my quick picks video from the other day has 10,000 views and 161 comments. My quick picks video from last week, 17th. Actually, the other day has 161 comments. Last week, 143. It's funny what drags weird. Comments out of people and what doesn't.
Yeah.
But that doesn't sound like a lot of. That's a lot of comments, and that's just from one video. So we're getting 1,000 comments a week. I can't read them all, and I imagine a good chunk of them are people arguing with each other, have nothing to do with me, or look at this fat slob. I think it's one of those two. I don't think there's an in between.
Bro.
That's the internet, man. There's professional commenters, which fine, and I don't mind. Like comments are comments. The only comments I'll delete are just like raw hate filled for no reason. You know what I mean? Like if it's like, dude, that pick sucked. I don't care. I'll leave it. Like, well, I'm going to pick a perfect card every week. Nobody does that. So I don't care about those comments. Like, I don't care. But if you're just like, whatever, you disgusting, fat, loser, piece of shit. It's like, well, this doesn't need to exist. Goodbye. The rest of them, I don't care. So when I get the comments, I assume like somebody just like, it's hard to tell sarcasm versus not sarcasm on the internet. But here's, let me just read this comment exchange to you where somebody got me, if you will. Like,
sure.
Like you can't tell sarcasm. I posted somebody named Dayton something said I parlayed the top 3 AI picks and I made a bunch of money. So I screenshotted that, posted it, say be like Daytona, because I thought it said Daytona, be like Daytona, unlock premium, whatever. And then somebody commented, is Daytona a mix between Dayton and Katona? And I said, no, it's a city. And then he said, oh, so in be like Daytona, that means like be like the city of Daytona. And I'm annoyed at this point because I'm like, what is this guy not getting? I'm like, right. Be like the freaking guy who made the comment. His screen name is Daytona. And the dude's like, dude, I've been fucking with you, but his name is Dayton, not Daytona. And so I looked at him like, oh, shit. I'm an idiot. So it's hard to tell sarcasm in the comments. So I just assume everybody hates me.
I'm assuming this too with you because this is how I feel. It kind of sucks. Like the internet, I try not to get too deep in comments and back and forth. And I'm guessing, like you kind of stated, you're a fairly big dude. I'm 6 foot even, maybe like 6'1" with shoes on. So not necessarily huge, but like I can bang a little bit. I know what I'm doing. I've been in fights before I started training for real. And the internet is so annoying because, like, I live my life and, like, nobody fucking talks to me the way people will talk to you on the internet. And it's like, I don't know, maybe whoever is calling me a bitch on Reddit could beat my ass, but it's like I feel like I fucking doubt it. And I feel like if we knew each other in real life, you would fucking never talk to me like this. And it's so annoying. That's how I know I couldn't do what y'all do. Like, as fun as it seems like in a way to, like, make money covering MMA and stuff. It would annoy the fuck out of me that all these people get to talk shit and you don't really get to correct none of them on it like you would if it was like at my job, motherfuckers start talking. It's like, well, what's up? What you really want to do, But you can't do that on the internet. You just look like a fucking dork. Like, I'd beat you up if we were in person.
Stupid. Yeah, it's stupid.
There's no repercussions for shit, and people don't care about right or wrong. It's a big sarcasm competition, and I'm not great at I'm not a big sarcastic jokester in general, so I don't know, bro. I don't really like the internet.
Think about how many times have we ever seen a fighter threaten a fan on Twitter and not look dumb as fuck? Jamal Hill just did it, right? Come through, 20 grand. Everybody's got a big mouth. Come through. He looked fucking stupid. Because then all the comments are, yeah, dude, you're the professional fighter. Idiot.
I know.
So that it's stupid. I've learned, Jacob has helped me a lot. Because I used to, the comments would consume me. It would bother me. Especially because there is, a sense of responsibility. I named a parlay the safety parlay. And I put it out there. And if it misses, it comes pouring in. And it, would consume me. It would literally ruin. I had days with my family. My wife and my 2 little girls. Where I was in a shit mood all day. Because a bunch of negative comments for whatever reason. And then Jacob watches streamers. I don't. This isn't my world. I don't watch video game streamers. I don't watch I don't know. And he does. And he's like, dude, you cannot, there will always be somebody who hates your guts and you don't know why. And he's been very helpful in that regard because, I've just gotten whatever. It is what it is. Every now and then I'll read one Jesus, dude. I miss when they were clever. I don't, you want to call me fat and be clever about it? I actually enjoy it. That's funny. Be funny. I miss that. Somebody said you're built like a turkey. I've been laughing about that for months. And some of the fat jokes were so clever that my neighbors would literally watch the stream just to see the jokes in the comment section and screenshot them and send them to me. That I don't mind at all. The random hate, it's ridiculous. People, we got very big in this space, which is amazing. It's great. It's awesome that we were able to build from 0 to 25,000 subscribers, 5 million views, objectively, whatever. It was great to do that. But with that comes a lot of people that hate your guts for no reason whatsoever. People that can only create their own content by using yours because they're not clever enough or creative enough to do anything on their own. So it's that's fine. That is fine. If that's what people need, if you need to be a complete weirdo in a comment section to feel good about yourself, go for it. If you need to use my videos to try to make your own, go for it. I'll do my thing. You do yours, and it is what it is. No big deal.
Yeah. I've seen that shit, and I've talked about it with you before. It's some of the stuff people hate on you for is so fucking
it's all
crazy.
Fake.
It's
even the hate
gross
is fake.
To me.
The hate's not even real.
It's just jealousy, essentially. It's got to be. I don't understand. I don't know. But it's whatever.
Even the hate on the internet's not real. It's literally all fake. You know how many times, actually, and where that became apparent is people shitting on Jacob, right? Lock of the week sucks. You're a fucking loser. And Jacob will reply to the comment okay, sorry. And they'll be no, I love you, bro. I love you. It's dude, what? What? You just said something nasty that could have potentially ruined this dude's day. And then when he's sorry, you're nah, I love you, man. I'm just messing around. It's dude, what kind of fucking I said, the clever stuff is funny, but that's just holy shit, dude, grow up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it is what it is.
Hey, let me ask you this. Have you heard anything my bad, this is way off topic, but I'm just curious. You heard anything about the Perth card? If I always heard it was, from what I've heard, it's DDP and Izzy, but I haven't seen shit about it for a long time. Do you got any idea what's coming in August?
Dana White tweeted, let me see if it's still there. Dana White tweeted a UFC Abu Dhabi video, but the subject line he accidentally wrote
that was a fake Dana, bro. I seen that shit. That's a fake Dana. I know.
No, that was
where
actual.
he said,
hold on.
Where he
that was
said
actually
Poetan,
Dana's account.
Poetan and Yuri Prohaska.
Yeah, hashtag UFC 305. That was actually Dana.
Well, maybe a dude's copying them, but the one I saw, because I saw that shit too, you go to his profile, it's his pictures and shit, the same pictures.
Hold on.
But he
Now
had
I
like
got to see if I
36
sent
followers.
that to anybody.
Yeah, I got by that too, sending it to a couple of my boys, and then I realized it because when I'm watching the whole video, I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about Saudi Arabia for, or Abu Dhabi or whatever?
Yeah.
That was a fake Dana. That was a troll, bro. He got a bunch of people with it. It went viral, but that was fake
Then
Dana,
if it
bro.
was, I'm trying to see if I texted to somebody so I can find that.
Bro, that
tweet
shit was
again.
fake. Yeah, I got too.
Oh, if it was fake, then because I went to the profile, maybe I didn't look at the total number of followers.
Bro, unless the dude is copying everything Dana tweets. I seen that same shit. It was like yesterday, I believe. And I texted like 3 of my boys about it because I'm like, are they doing Poetan Yuri too? And in Australia with Izzy, I'm like, this dude Poetan won't leave Izzy alone. Like, he's all but
Yeah.
But I read the comments and people were saying shit like, you got me. And then I watched the full video, didn't hear shit about it. And then I went and looked at the followers. The one I saw was definitely fake. That's not to say that Dana didn't tweet
No,
that
I mean,
too.
it probably was. If you knew exactly
Yeah.
the tweet I was talking about, then it probably was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't look at the followers. I clicked on the, because like, how did it hit my feed then? Unless people were retweeting.
I don't know.
that's
It was
how-
going viral, I think. I think it got
Yeah.
a lot of fucking people. Like, there's a fake aerial account that goes around getting people occasionally, too. People are, speaking of weird internet people, bro, I mean, I at least can appreciate, like, the prank of that, but people are just weird, bro. They got me. I got excited. But then I got mad because I'm like, I want to see Ankalaev and
I don't even
so-
care if I see Ankalaev because, like, I don't know, he's kind of boring. I don't care about Pereira and Jiri too. I don't care at all. I'd rather him move up to heavyweight and fight a heavyweight or fight a different light heavyweight. Like, I really don't care about him versus Jiri too. We saw that fight. He knocked him out. Like,
It wasn't that long ago or questionable for real.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to see, I don't want to see Jiri win. So, like, I don't want to see that fight again. Give me somebody new. Like, I don't want to see Jiri win. And then what? Jiri's the champ? I don't want that. I want to continue to see Alex Pereira just knock people out. I want to see Alex Pereira knock out a heavyweight, become heavyweight champ, and then somehow just in 3 years become the greatest fighter that's ever lived. That's what I want to see happen.
He's done it so fast. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hey, speaking of heavyweight, and maybe this is cliche at this point, but I was saying this shit back when the Jones and Stipe thing got pulled. If Jones and Stipe want to fight so bad, have them fight for like the legacy belt or the heavyweight
take the
GOAT
title
belt.
away. Yeah. Make a legacy belt.
Bro, this is Whitaker. This is Whitaker as the interim and Bisping and GSP all over again.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it feels like to me. I'm like, come on, bro. Like, we all know Aspinall's the real champ. And I'm not saying John Jones couldn't beat Aspinall. John Jones is great. But
you can't fight once every 3 years and be the champ.
Yeah, bro.
And he earned the belt when it was vacant.
Just come on, bro. Let's moving on. I didn't really want to see Jones and Stipe for the belt at the time, but I was like, fuck it. If they do it and then retire and then we can move on, okay. But then the injury happened, and Tom Aspinall beating Sergey Pavlovich was fucking like incredible. That's belt worthy. That's like, that is some real champ shit. Like, Aspinall is my champ. I know Jones is great, and I appreciate everything that I've seen him do. Like, I've been watching him since I was like 15, but it's like at this point, bro, you're a leprechaun fighter, bro. Like, you come and fight and then you're gone. It's just like Conor. Like, it's fun when you come around, but you're not really doing this shit. Like, like you're just not. You're not really about it anymore. You're great when you do it, but it's whatever, man. Like,
yeah,
I'm ready. I want to see Tom, but. And now what? Is Tom defending the interim? Is that real? That's what's happening, right?
The only reason they're not stripping John Jones of the belt is so that in the off chance he does come back, they can make it a title fight, UFC heavyweight champion of the world. Because they have stripped people sooner. They have stripped people of the belt sooner than that. Yeah, like sooner. Like, so it's crazy. It's crazy.
get it, man. Like I said, give them a legacy belt, the heavyweight GOAT belt. Dana's always talking about John Jones is the GOAT. He's the number one to pound for pound. Give them that belt. You do the BMF thing. Give them their own belt to fight for. They retire. They sail off in the sunset, and we can get the heavyweight going because I've been a fan for, I think, about 12 years watching it. I came in like hardcore right at the end of like heavyweight being really fun. You know what I mean? So heavyweight, my entire fandom, and it's been a while now. I'm not saying I ain't been around as long as you since UFC 1, but like
12 years is longer than most.
Heavyweight has been stale as fuck my entire life being a fan. Like Stipe was fun for a minute, and then Francis came in and it was kind of cool, but for a long time, heavyweight has been dry as fuck, bro. It's just, I don't even care about that division for real because the belt gets defended once a year.
It gets defended once a year. You can't build a superstar when you have a random. He's not random. John Jones isn't random, but you can't turn Tom Aspinall into a superstar when he's not truly the champ. Like they put themselves in this position all for a potential payday, maybe at some point this year or next. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, they just need to strip John Jones and move on. Like, nobody's saying don't let him ever fight again, but take the belt. And then when he comes back, let him fight for the belt. But he doesn't want to fight anybody young or good. He only wants to fight Stipe, which I get. John Jones is not a dummy. He's not a dummy. Showing up to fight Stipe Miocic and making $5-6 million, then retiring, not technically undefeated, but basically undefeated after becoming champ in 2 different divisions. It's a genius move, and that's exactly what he should do. But it sucks for the fans that we're all being held up for, you know, it sucks for sure.
Yeah, and you know, and just to kind of like piggyback off that, you know, like, because you hear people say like, oh yeah, he's scared of him, he's scared. It's people I think misunderstand, at least in my opinion. I don't really believe most fighters are scared the way like your average person. Being scared to fight and being scared to lose are 2 different things. And
I completely agree.
believe
John Jones isn't afraid of another human being. Yeah, he just doesn't want to. He knows what a loss
that legacy.
Could mean.
Right? Yeah, he's built an incredible legacy with nothing but a bogus loss to Matt Hamill. Right? That was a little bit before I got super into. Yeah. So, and God, bro, I don't know. Aspinall seems special. That's why I'm so fucking like. It's like he could be. I don't know. I feel like he could be the one that could really carry a heavyweight belt for a minute, and it's just we're all being robbed of that. So they could. I don't know. It's hard to argue with Dana White's business practices. You see what he's done, but this feels like a miss. It just feels like a miss to me. They're missing the big picture. Kind of like stepping over $1 to pick up a quarter, so to speak. Like you could really have a
It is heavyweight division is tricky in general because even let's say they stripped him or Tom, whatever, they can all knock each other out at any moment. Any one of them could not get knocked out. So it's very hard to have a dominant, long reigning heavyweight champion because it is. Anything could happen at any moment, but they definitely need to. I mean, Tom Aspinall is going to be fighting, I think, in London, right? Isn't on the same card defending that belt as
it's
so he will.
What's that, like the 24th of July or something?
I forget
27th?
when. So
yeah.
What they should do. This is what I would love to see. Have him fight. Hopefully he wins. Who's he fighting?
Curtis Blades.
Hopefully he wins, and then do Poatan versus him. Let Poatan sit. Yeah. He made ridiculous money at UFC 300 in April. Let him sit till November. It's fine.
Sure.
And then do the 2 of them for the heavyweight belt. I would love it. It'd be awesome. It'd be a massive card, huge card. I would like to see that. I doubt that happens because the rumor now, and this is the problem with Twitter, and Twitter pays people on impressions now, not even necessarily engagement. So there's more fake news than ever on Twitter because impressions, you'll get impressions with some dramatic news. The latest is Conor McGregor's out and it's going to be Poatan versus Jiri 2 to replace him, to replace that fight. I don't know.
That-
Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not. You don't know what you can trust, but that's that's the latest Twitter rumor.
Oh wow. See, I'm not like trying to like come at you. Like the shit I've been seeing now, from what I heard, Connor got hurt, got an MRI. They thought the shit was gonna be bad. The shit's good, and the fight's back on. But in fairness, I haven't been on tonight. I worked until I'm in Central Time. I worked till 5, and then trained from 6 to like 9ish whenever I called in. So I haven't been on all day. So I've missed that. So if that's what's, I don't know. That was be fine. I'm more along. I'd rather be what you're talking about. I want to see Connor and Chandler. Not to mention, you got that $1,000 bet. How anticlimactic for that just to go away
to get refunded. Yeah.
The
worst part is,
bro.
I wouldn't even if that fight doesn't happen, I don't know when I would get a refund on that bet, because they may, let's say they may just push that fight. You know what I mean?
True.
They may say
then the shit's just sitting there.
Yeah, and I don't know how that works, because if you bet on actually, no, it would get refunded. The only time it gets pushed is if when you go to bet online and you can bet on future fights or potential fights, and they give those a 12-month window. But this was an actual fight on a card, so that would get refunded. But I obviously want to see Connor fight Michael Chandler, obviously. So hopefully that stays together, and that's the fight I get to see.
Plus, y'all are going. So
yeah, we're going. Like, to go see Conor McGregor fight in real life is crazy. It's crazy.
There's not a lot of opportunities for that left, I would imagine, too. So it's really cool that Jacob did that. I mean, I know y'all got this little empire together, but that was super cool to hear. Like Jacob's solid, man. So yeah, I'm sure you want to see that.
I mean, Jacob's like genuinely my best friend in real life. Like, this isn't. You see a lot of these shows, and a lot of them are split camera, like how Jacob and I do it. They met each other on the internet. They don't really know each other, like whatever. Where Jacob and I were friends in real life, hanging out in real life for a very long time, long before we decided to do this. And then it was just like a perfect balance of like me being just normal and hardworking and whatever, and Jacob being very creative, very funny, and understanding how the internet works. So it was just literally perfect.
Bro, y'all are yin and yang, bro. Like, to me, this might sound like disrespect to Jacob. I don't mean it like that. To me, Angelo brings in the premium guys, and Jacob brings in all the fucking views. That's like when the premium lounge, right? The premium lounge and the other lounge. I feel like you're at home in the premium lounge, just kind of calm, chill, somewhat intellectual. And I'm not saying Jacob's not intelligent at all. He clearly is, with the things he can do, his ability to break down fights without having ever trained. This is no knocks on him, but like more intellectual. And I feel like you're more at home there. It's more peaceful, bro. I go down to that general chat. I feel like I'm in the fucking zoo. Like I'm in the fucking deep Reddit, man. That shit gets wild out there. I'm not good enough at the internet to be in the general lounge. So that's how I've always viewed it. Jacob brings the fucking views in, and you bring the premium in on top of Jake. I think Jacob's amazing at breaking down a fight. Not that you're not, but like you train and shit. I kind of like, I get why you could see it. Your background in managing fighters, doing this shit. I always kind of held it against people that never trained, and Jacob proved me wrong with that. Like, and I didn't know he didn't train either. Still,
he's got legit like fresh eyes on stuff. He'll see something and just no preconceived notions, nothing. Just watch a fight and be like that. That's why he's good at picking underdogs. Honestly, there's no preconceived notions. He just watches the fight and like, well, this guy looks like this. This guy looks like that. I think this one wins. Where I do have, you guys all know I favor wrestlers. You know what I mean? Like, I have my own biases where he doesn't. And he just watches it and like, yep, this is what I think. So, and you're right. Jacob brings in the views 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Look at his lock of the week video. That thing goes from 0 views to like 8,000 views in a couple of hours. It skyrockets. As soon as it drops, everyone's like, I got to watch it.
I watch it every time
when you're watching. Yeah, and even if half the people are watching just to comment fade, some people comment fade before the video even starts.
What the fuck?
And the other half are watching
People are
because they're genuinely curious. Like, this dude picks underdogs. Like, he's on a streak. I got to check it out. Like, he lost 2 lock. Let me pull it up. He lost 2 lock of the weeks in a row. Not great, obviously, but all it takes is a third of a second to zoom out and see that he has hit, let's see, 2 losses in a row, 2 wins, and then a loss, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wins. So 7 and 3 in his last 10. Like, Jesus Christ, dude. Underdogs at 70%. Even if he was picking underdogs at 40%, he would be plus money. He'd be plus money picking underdogs at 40%. And he's picking them at, at least in the last couple of months, almost 70%. But then you lose one and it's like, you're an idiot, you're stupid. It's like, dude, shut up. Come on. Yeah. And that, I think what is funny, what's hard to decipher is like part of that is literally the fun of it. I think literally the fun of it is like fade of the week, blah, blah, blah. Like, I think that's like, I don't think everybody commented that is just like full of hate. I think it's literally like part of the fun to do that. So it is hard to tell, but it's funny to see those, but he does draw that out of people, like get people to interact and watch and stuff like that. So.
Well, I think I would guess it's 2-pronged. Number one, calling it lock of the week is like that in itself is like an oxymoronic name. Like picking any underdog is never going to be a lock. I mean, you're betting literally against the odds. And then the way he says it, like it, which I love, it cracks me up. Even when he's talking shit, I love how like full of belief he is. Like, fucking Mitch. I know he picked Mitch Raposa, but I'm just gonna use Mitch Raposa is a fucking bitch. And it's like I saw him fight you. Dude can't fight at all, and it's hilarious. He's a bitch, that fucking puss. And it's like you're inviting. You can't talk like that. And then not invite a little bit of shit coming your way.
Yeah, but
he knows that. So
Jacob has
fun though.
streamers.
I do think that's more fun than hate.
Yeah, I think I get actual hate, and I think he gets like the fake hate, not fake, but like the fun. Let's razz him. Not because I told you he responds, and then people are like, "I love you, bro. I'm just kidding." It's like, what the fuck? But no, Jacob does a great job of bringing it out of people, like the good or the bad. Like just he entertained you. You knew it was entertainment. You're like, brings it out of people. Did I lose you,
bro?
I think oh, there you go. You cut out big time.
Thing was amazing. Oh shit! I don't know. You got me.
I do.
The Dutch. Yeah. The Dutch character was amazing, bro. My bad. We good, bro?
Yeah, it's good. The Dutch thing was funny because I had no idea he was going to do that. I have no fucking clue what he's going to do. He's his own person, and he's not somebody like that. He showed up like that. He purposely waited. So like, just like when you guys call into the call-in show and you're in the queue, I can see you. I can see your camera. I can see you. And then I put you on the show. And that's why when people call in, some people I don't put on because I can see. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? So I don't put them on. And if you don't have a camera, you're not coming on. But Jacob usually shows up. I'll send him the link 10 minutes before we go live. He shows up 5 minutes before we go live. We talk, and then we go live. That show last week, he didn't show up till to the point where I'm like, dude, where the fuck is Jacob? And then he shows up, and I see that outfit. And I go, what the fuck are you doing? And he just laughed. He's like, just go. And what blew me away is he stayed in that Dutch character for 2.5 hours and didn't break. Like obviously every now and then the accent would, whatever. He's not a professional actor, but he didn't break for 2.5 hours. And I was talking to my neighbor about it, and I was like, the dude 2.5 hours did this. And my neighbor was cracking up. He's like, yeah, that's great.
Then he did it for the live stream.
Yeah, I think for the live stream, he lost the accent though, right? He didn't do the accent for the whole live stream.
Yeah, it was kind of, you could hear Jacob through it. And then when Radke got fucking kneed to hell, bro, that was a hell of a knee. But he was gone. And I think, again, that speaks to how you felt about when the safety parlay doesn't hit. He seemed genuinely hurt. Like, fuck, I know with the lock of the week,
fake. Like, especially... like when I do the safety parlay, I genuinely believe in it. Like I'm all in. I believe in it. In my mind, this is like the safest, whatever. I put it out there. Over 3,000 people. I'm assuming everybody looks at it. Maybe some people there just for fantasy, whatever. 3,000 people have access to that. Look at it, whatever. And then it's like, you just have this like sense of responsibility. So like when the safety parlay misses it fucking sucks. And then I imagine it's the same with his lock of the week because there's all this pressure. Who's it going to be? Whatever. Then he has to like do a video and edit it and put it up. And then, people watch the video. It's definitely a lot. And at times it can consume you, good or bad, but there 100% is pressure. So then you're watching. I like when he does a lock of the week on pay-per-views, I prefer it's either basically the main event or the Mitch Raposo. Like either get it out of the way or it's the last fight of the night. I when it's the middle, it's just like, tricky.
Sure.
And it's the same with the safety parlay. I prefer either the safety parlay is like the co-main and the main, or it's like super early. So I can just be done with it, good or bad, and just move on and enjoy the rest of my night.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, let me, I'll say, this main event this weekend, I think is a really fun fight, but man, I don't even think I'm going to bet it, man. Like, I don't know how it's going to go. It's so hard with Perez's history and then how he looks coming back and how good, how he's Tatsuro Taira or whatever. Like, man, I'm staying away from this one. You picked Perez as a pick, right? But have you – now, I know you do your premium, but I'll check the premium.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have a bet on Perez. I picked him to win, but only because I watched Muhammad Mokaev struggle to take him down. Muhammad Mokaev has way better takedowns than Tatsuro Taira does. And it was just, to me, it was just that simple. Tatsuro Taira's got much better jiu-jitsu, so if he does get him down, I don't know if Perez will just bounce right back up, but watching Perez defend those takedowns, it's like, damn, man, Taira might struggle. And then if Taira struggles to take him down, he's going to strike with him. Good luck with that.
Yeah. I don't. What do you think about submission only and knockout only? Doing submission only Taira, knockout only Perez, and that way, if there's not a knockout, that gets refunded. If there's not a sub, that gets refunded. Would that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I don't think. Well, BetOnline only has win inside the distance decision, no action. So it's just either you finish or you don't. It doesn't have specific. It's not like sub or no action. It's just win inside the distance.
DraftKings Sportsbooks, and I know you said you're in Texas, so you...
Yeah, so we don't have it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Well, fuck it. I'll get out of here, man. It was good talking to you. Appreciate you always getting me on. I know I call in late. Like I said,
no you're good.
Respect to the show. So
you're good. I appreciate you.
Likewise, man. Have a good week. Good luck. I hope you make some money.
All right. Thanks. You too. See you.
Peace.
All right. I'm going to usually these call-in shows are about an hour. So I'm going to wrap this up. I did pin a comment. What did it say? Oh, here we go. Joel said, I would watch a TV show, I think, if Jacob was on it. Kid has talent. The fact that you saw it in him, Angela's. I didn't see talent in Jacob. He was literally my friend. And he was funny. Obviously, he's my friend. Like, I don't hang out with anybody who's not funny. He was funny. We hung out, watched fights together, did all of those things. I started watching. I didn't even know that this, like, I didn't know capper was a term. I didn't know that there was this whole fight prediction breakdown YouTube world. I didn't know any of that existed. And then COVID hit. I've been watching fights since literally UFC 1. I've seen every single UFC ever. And when COVID hit and everybody was stuck home and fights were the only thing back, that's when the good chunk of you started watching. That's when the sport really blew up. And DraftKings was one of the only things we could do here, DraftKings Fantasy. So I got Jacob into DraftKings Fantasy. So me, him, a couple other people were doing DraftKings Fantasy, one of the neighbors, a couple fighters, and competing with each other for $20, not much, but there was like 10 of us for $20. Like, we're trying to make it work, whatever. Then I started, building my DraftKings lineups, and then you get these random cards, and you're like, who the hell are these people? I've never seen this name before. So I started searching those fighters' names, and then I came across Fight Night Picks. That was the first time I had ever seen any video on YouTube breaking down fights. And I was like, this is sweet. I love fights. And I need to know about these people. So then I started watching Fight Night Picks. And then I discovered there's this whole world out there, whatever. And then I was like, dude, we could do this. Like, we could do a show breaking down fights. And so then we did do a show breaking down fights. And if you watched our stuff, we're only doing this 2.5 years. So well past COVID. And if you watched our stuff then, it was very me. It was very Angelo. Like, it was formula, professional, maybe a smile or a half a joke, whatever. And then Jacob would push it and push it and push it, and it would get funnier and funnier. And you're like, dude, more of that, more of that. And then, you know, it just evolved, right? You should do your own Lock of the Week video. And then he started doing skits, and then you should do this. And they started, dude, I'm a fucking shower riddled music video. Like, I didn't know. I didn't look at him and said, oh, that little red friend of mine that watches fights with me is going to be hilarious on camera. That was not a thing. I didn't know. So I didn't see talent in Jacob at all. At all. And if anything, early on, I was the opposite, where I was like, dude, this might hurt us instead of help us. And then he was the one. His saying was always content over everything, meaning it's all about being entertaining. It's all about being fun. Like, do that. And this is long before we had premium. It's all about being entertaining. It's all about being fun. And that's really what helped. So I didn't see talent in him. He wasn't recruited. He was just my friend that we decided to do this together. And then it turned out he's fucking really good at it. So, all right, guys, I'm shutting this down. This dude shows up 2 hours late saying, where's Jacob? Jacob did not have internet for 3 days. So when we booked this, or this morning, I was like, you have internet yet? And every day he's giving me updates. No internet, no internet. Yesterday, it's like, I'm going to have updates tomorrow. No internet, no internet. And then this morning, he was supposed to have it by 9 a.m. He sends me a text. It's a screenshot from his cable company being like, we should have it back by 3 p.m. And they didn't have it back by 3 p.m. So we're like, yeah, fuck it. I'll just do a call-in show. So that's why there's no Jacob. I was about to shut this down. Phillip called in. Hello, Phillip.
Oh, damn. I'm actually live.
I was literally, yeah, dude, you called into the call-in show. I was about to shut this off, and then I saw you pop up. I think you're in a canoe. So I was like, fuck it. Let me put him on.
Nah, well, I want to call in because I've been a fan of this channel for since January, and it's been solid so far. So I want to appreciate. Thank you so much for all the things. I mean, I have some ups and downs for sure, but
okay, relax.
Yep, but it's been good. I want to talk to this specific fight, Joshua Van versus what's the other Russian guy name? Obviously, I'm from Burma.
Tagir Ulanbekov.
Yep.
Where are you from?
From Burma, just like Joshua Van is from Burma.
Oh, okay. Is that where you are right now?
No. I'm in the United States. I'm in Washington.
I don't know. It's light outside. I can't tell. What time zone are you in? I guess Pacific.
Yeah, Pacific. Yeah. So I'm pretty big on Joshua Van. I'm a big fan of him, following him since he was regional. Yeah. And I know that he start really slow. First round usually start very slow. Not really my cup of tea, but yeah, not really. And he put pressure on, and the opponents just breaks down. Round 2, round 3, just done. And what are the chances that we have a solid win for him?
Oh, I think Josh Van could absolutely win this fight. And my notes basically say I picked Ulanbekov because I do think the wrestling will be relentless. And ultimately, we have seen Josh Van get taken down in the UFC. We've seen it. It's happened before. And Tagir will just wrestle. And he'll wrestle.
He's bigger too.
Who, Tagir?
Yeah.
Yeah, all those guys are tremendous. They all just cut insane weight, and they're just big. But I picked Tagir to win at low confidence, meaning I'm not very confident in him to win, because I think Josh can probably lose the first round, get taken down when Tagir is super fresh and they're not slippery yet, and get taken out a little bit, but then just be a dog. Keep moving forward. Be a dog. Defend a takedown and defend 2 takedowns. And then all of a sudden that forward pressure, that dog looks really good for Josh. And we know the Vegas judges hate wrestlers. They don't like wrestling. They think control time is useless. So I think Josh Van could absolutely win this fight. But I personally tend to favor wrestlers in those type matchups.
I've read some of the comments in Topology saying that Tagir wrestling is overrated and Joshua Van is wrestling defense is underrated.
Okay, he's been taken down 3 times in 3 fights. Like he gets taken down. So I don't know how it's.
But I think some of the people that are making the point is like he scramble up right away. He don't stay down. Yeah.
Correct. He's not somebody that you're just going to hold down forever. But all right, so Philippe Bunes took him down 2 times, 2 minutes of control time. He was taken down. Zhalgas Zumagulov took him down once for 1 minute of control time. That fight was incredible. But Zhalgas Zumagulov, Kevin Borjas, and Philippe Bunes, none of them are wrestlers like Tagir. None of them. So I do think Josh Van can win this fight. 100% think he can win this fight. Vegas hates wrestlers. And if Josh Van's the one landing the strikes and defends a couple takedowns, has some success, he could absolutely win this fight. I personally just think that Tagir is a different level of wrestler because not only does he shoot a million takedowns, he doesn't care. He will just keep shooting and keep shooting and keep shooting. He also will look for submissions as well. So it's not even, you can't even just worry about standing up. You have to worry about standing up and defending your neck and stuff like that. So I just think it's a real tough fight.
Do you think that fight go like 1.5 round?
Oh, I think it's over that.
Over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, over 1.5 for sure. I don't think there's a quick. I think it likely goes to a decision because Josh is very tough, and Tagir, he's coming off back-to-back submissions, so he's got 2 submissions, but then they are in a row. But Tagir isn't. He's working for takedowns, trying to make stuff happen. So if Josh is, as long as Josh doesn't leave something out for the taking, he should be able to, if he gets taken down, stand back up, and the fight probably goes long. Certainly over 1.5. I don't know about 2.5, but certainly over 1.5.
Okay. Maybe that might be a safe bet.
I would think so.
Okay.
Josh isn't going to knock out Tagir instantly, and I don't think Tagir's just going to take down Josh and submit him instantly. So I think we're pretty safe with a fight to go deep into the second round.
Okay. And I think that Garrett Armfield is pretty solid, like medium confidence picks too, I think. Yeah. But there are a lot of people that are saying that his opponent might have a chance too. I mean, they all have a chance, but
yeah, it's a fist fight, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Brady Hiestand we just saw in his last fight where he lost the first 2 rounds. He lost the first 2 rounds. He was going to lose that fight, and then he took Danan Bagarai down and ultimately got the finish. Like, Brady Hiestand's not a quitter. He's a durable guy. He'll continue to fight. He'll continue to move forward. But ultimately, he doesn't do well with pressure, and Garrett Armfield's going to give him all the pressure he can handle.
Okay.
So I do think Garrett wins because if we go back to what I was saying with the Tagir fight, that Vegas hates wrestlers, and Brady probably will get a couple of takedowns in, and I don't know if they'll matter because Garrett is nonstop. Like you mentioned, Josh is a slow starter. Garrett's not. He's just immediately moving forward, throwing stuff. So I do think Garrett wins. But Brady's not a quitter, so Garrett's gonna have to fight a good fight the entire time.
Yeah, these but as in summary, like this past 3 weeks, these fights has been like nothing but landmines.
Oh,
it's so hard to I mean, we're not allowed to use DraftKings in Washington State, so some of the betting lines that you push out, it doesn't apply to me. For example, like plus 3.5, I can't use that at all.
Sure.
So it's tough tough to make a decision, but it's been nothing but landmine. But so far, so good.
Good.
We need more of those UFC 300 picks again.
Yeah, we need some. We need a couple easy cards. Give us UFC Brazil or UFC 301 outside of Vitor Petrino was easy as shit. That was an easy card. Everything hit. Vitor Petrino was the only landmine.
Oh my god, I remember that one. Yeah,
but everything else was easy.
That.
So we need more of those. We need pay-per-views used to be easy and they're not anymore.
Straight up like guillotine first round. I'm like, oh my god, that's it.
Yeah, it was embarrassing. And then he just smiled like it wasn't a big deal.
After
minus 600 favorite lost, idiot.
I was rewatching this live call-in, and I just got back home, and I was watching one of the call-in participants saying something about Puja, and I'm like, oh my god, I remember that fight. That was so annoying. That fight was so annoying.
Just going, yeah,
like,
yeah.
And just like him, just like what he was saying, like he lost when Puja won, he lost a couple of his parlay just like that.
Yeah.
I lost a few, but I also have like a little hedge like Puja by decision.
Yeah.
And then the fight following Puja, I don't know what it was. It was a French fighter. So I parlay those two fighters, Puja and the French guy, decision, and then I made up for the loss. Thank goodness.
Yeah.
I was like, this cannot be the start of the fight.
Oh, dude, all 3 female fights ended with the underdog winning, and 2 of those underdogs were like plus 200, which is big. You know, that's a big underdog. I know people chase, like you see it all over the place. People are like, oh, $20 bet paid out $1,000 or a $5 bet paid out $900. That's amazing. Congratulations. Good for you. But those are wild long shot parlays. Like plus 200 on a money line is big. It's a big underdog.
Right. Yeah.
And the fact that multiple plus 200 underdogs, one was like plus 250. I think Puja was like plus 250. Wasn't Rayan like a minus 300 favorite or something crazy? Or certainly, or maybe I'm thinking of Eduardo Mora. Eduardo Mora was like a minus 350
Oh
favorite.
my God.
And it's like, and she genuinely lost that fight. That wasn't controversial. I think Denise Gomes beat her.
Right.
Man. She beat her flat out. So it's just it's just crazy when you see some of these things. And Jacob always says it, like, I can't fight for these people. I can't fight for them. And it's like watching Eduardo Mora not commit to takedowns. Watching Rayando Santos not commit to takedowns.
No
like,
takedown.
What are you doing?
Like, 0 takedown.
What are you doing? Like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
I was like, crazy. Minty Bet, I just want to make last comment. I mean, I obviously follow every single video that you pushed out. The only critique that I had about her video is that the icons are very small. So on Friday, right, I'm trying to like make my last final decision before the fight starts, and I want to be able to see the fighter while listening to her.
Sure.
So I think that will be really helpful.
Yeah, it's funny. So Jacob, she films her part and then she sends it to us, and then Jacob edits in the clips from the actual weigh-ins. And sometimes he does full screen, like the full screen weigh-in clip. That event, so sometimes he doesn't. I think he does that most of the time. This past one for UFC Louisville, there was no live stream weigh-ins. So he had to get the weigh-in pieces from Twitter. That's why they were smaller than usual. Because I think, and I could be wrong, I think usually it does cut to the video of the weigh-in part with just her audio. But I mean, the feedback makes sense for sure, because that's what that is. You know, people get confused being like, well, what are her picks? It's like, no, it's not a pick video. It's a weigh-in recap video. The weigh-ins are 2 hours. And instead of a 2-hour video, you get a couple of minutes. You get to see how everybody looked, who looked good, who looked bad, who made weight, who didn't, who was on the scale first, who was last, all the key points, boom, couple minutes, move on. So that's what that's supposed to be. So
I think MMA Expert, I don't really follow his channel. The only reason why I visit his channel is to watch that weigh-in recap video that he does, where he literally scrolled through some website, like MMA News or something like that. And then he would just individually look at each fighters and how they looked, and then he compare the two face off. And I think that sometimes that really tipped the scale and make come into a conclusion. So hopefully you could take that feedback.
No, it makes sense.
But anyway, it's been fun.
Well, thanks for calling in. We appreciate you. You snuck in right before I was ending the show here. So thanks for calling in. I appreciate it, and good luck this weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. See ya. All right. Now we're shutting it down for real, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I know this was different. I don't know. A lot of you probably showed up expecting a full card breakdown, but as I mentioned, Jakey boy, his internet was out. I think he got it back like literally 2 hours before I went live here. So I think he's just putting his life back together. Dude, no internet for 3 days. There's a lot of things I would rather go without than internet. No internet is... Especially him and I both use YouTube TV, so he didn't even have television. Like nothing. No, thank you. Either way, thanks for hanging out. Thursday will be our full card breakdown. Thursday will be the normal show. I have no idea if Jacob's going to show up in costume or I don't know. But it will be a normal show. Guys, thanks for hanging out. If you're not premium, become premium. For shit's sake, it's $10 a month. $10. Think about all the bullshit you waste $10 on. And then think about what you could get for $10 with premium. At the very least, it's the easiest way to support us. And if you want $50, wewantpicks.com/bets. Use the link, sign up, make a deposit. We send you $50 as a thank you. Guys, thanks so much for hanging out. I'm head to bed, and we will see you again on Thursday for our full card breakdown. How awkward is this ending?